I have suffered. Oh God, I have suffered. If there was any way for you to remove me from this earth, please God, take my life because I have suffered. Rather, you can call me Gift. I am a Zimbabwean man who is aged 34 years old. Right now, I am in Johannesburg. You can think that I am doing okay, but as a company, my small company, it is struggling. I am just surviving. My wife is not supposed to see the source of our income as for now. I was told by the Sangoma that if my wife would find out that I now have a tortoise that is supposed to start vomiting money anytime soon, I will be running mad. I'll be hit with the curse of mental illness. But if I manage to find someone that I can give this money that I was given by the Sangoma back in our village in Chipinge last year, then even my wife, when she sees this tortoise, she will understand. The problem is that the man that I saw in a mirror when I was in Chipinge, this man, he is a prayerful man. I can't get close to him. Whenever I want to perform an evil deed, I am unable to get close to him. I have a small hustle. I have a small construction company. Small money is coming in just to put food on the table. So, Brother Nashi, since this year, January, ever since I came back from Zim, there are things that are happening to me, things that even the traditional healer cannot explain. Let me tell you why I left Zim, my country. I come from a village in Chipinge. Life there was hard. You try farming, nothing works. It's like we are just cursed in our village. When me and my friends said, let us try farming, then we take these crops to Mozambique. During that year, the rain failed. When we tried to make your bricks, those farm bricks, Brother Nashi, there was so much rain that we could not even manage to save any single brick. So you try hustling, but nothing moves. I was tired of being poor, tired of watching others succeed, whilst I was struggling. So it was in the year 2022, that was when I decided to cross the border into South Africa. Like many of us Zimbabweans, we were looking for a better life. Life in South Africa, life here is not easy when you are a foreigner, especially when you do not have any papers. I was fortunate enough that I am someone that knows how to do plumbing, electrical work, roofing. So I started working for another man, a black South African who owned a company. Things were okay, but when we started working for him, the gods then laughed at me because this man, he got a big tender. Good for him, but bad for me. So the problem with this tender that he got was that he was going to be fixing some big government offices, and they can't just allow access to anyone, especially if you are undocumented. He tried to smuggle us in during the first days, but it became much more difficult and difficult until he said, guys, I can't employ you anymore. It is better that I find people that I pay at an expensive price, but I'll be able to get the job completed. Otherwise, I'll start to lose the tenders. So that was the end for me. I said, God, how am I going to survive? What about the wife that you gave to me, God? What about the children that you gave to me? When you do not have paper, you are living in fear. You are hiding every day. So every day you are thinking, what if I get caught? So after that, because I am someone that is very resourceful, I started doing small jobs. Usually, we are doing your small jobs in the villages in KZN, working mainly in the villages far away from the police, peace jobs, anything. But the money is just small. The money can never be enough because you can't get a big contract that can give you a lot of money. So after I had stopped working for that man, there was always a thought that was in my mind that had already entered my mind. I had been asking myself, I don't want to suffer like this forever. I want to go back home, not empty handed. I want to go back home with money. And I want to show people that I made it here in South Africa. So I started thinking about other ways to make money. Then in 2024, the first time when I went to a Sangoma, and that Sangoma did not do anything meaningful for me. I went in late 2024. I went with a friend to this other Sangoma who just dropped us our money. He took us to a river and he told us that he had spoken with the river spirits and now everything was going to be okay. We were going to be making a lot of money. Yo, this Sangoma, he was just lying. There was nothing that even changed to show us that this man, he was not even powerful. The moment that I stepped 2 centimeters into South Africa, that was when I heard a voice behind me, passport ID, and I said, here we go. It was bad luck. We got returned back to Zim, and I said, this man is just a scammer. He had promised me that I was going to travel without any police even stopping the bus that I will be on or even stopping me at all. So I returned back to Zim. I was not tired after I had worked in South Africa for another year. I then met an old man. This was last year in 2025. So this man then told me that he was going to assist me. He then showed me a basket that was full of pictures of people that have come to his shrine to do money rituals. And he said, so you think all of these people that came to me, they came for nothing? I make money to come to you, magic money, just like that. That was when he took me to another room and he showed me that they were tortoise, like your baby tortoise, that he was going to give to me, one small tortoise and a clay pot. So I put a small tortoise inside of that clay pot. He then said, I want you to go into the compound. I did that. It was during the day, Brother Nashi. I did this, I was naked. I was even embarrassed and I said, what if someone passes by and sees me naked? They will say, here is a witch, here is a witch. So then I put that tortoise onto the floor, and as I had been instructed by the Sangoma, he told me to point into the direction of where Joburg was. And then I said to the tortoise, I have already given a name to this tortoise, so I will just call this tortoise Timothy, not his real name, but I gave it another name. And I said to Timothy, the tortoise, which is a Toholoshin, I want you to go to South Africa. Walk now, Timothy, walk. We are going to meet there in South Africa. So this tortoise that I left in Zim when I did these rituals, because it was walking on foot, so it managed to arrive in South Africa. It was on 2 January, because as for me, since I do not have any papers, I could not wait to return back to South Africa after January. I came back much earlier on. So I waited for the tortoise. Then on 2 January, I then had a knock on the door. It was around 2 p.m. My wife woke up and then she said, did you hear someone knocking on the door? And I said, no, I did not hear anything, but I had heard that there was a loud knock on the door. For the Sangoma, it told me that when you hear a knock on the door, then you need to know that the tortoise has arrived. So the tortoise had arrived. It had walked all the way from Zim, taking at least many days whilst it was on the road, and I was happy. Even though I was happy, brother, I was just happy for nothing, because there is another step that I am supposed to complete. If I do not complete this step, then this means that I am not going to be making a lot of money. I would have wasted my money for nothing. So when this tortoise came to South Africa, I was told that this Togoloshim, it is going to be vomiting money, and when I wake up, the money will be there. So far, this tortoise has not yet vomited any money. So I was given money in South African rands. When I came back to South Africa, I am supposed to go and give this money to a man of God. I am supposed to give this cursed money to a man of God. And when I do that, then I'll be able to enjoy my life. So After this tortoise had arrived, then I went to church. So when this tortoise arrived on 2 January, it was on a Friday, and then I was supposed to go on church the next Sunday. So then when I went to church, I go to a church. Mainly, there are South Africans that are going there, most of the people that go there. But I go there with my wife, even though we are from Zim. So I waited after the church was over, and when everyone was greeting everyone, then I approached the pastor. I was about to give him this money because I am not allowed to just take out this money and then just give it to him. There is something that I am supposed to do. The money would be in my pocket. Then I put my hand in my pocket and I play with my manhood. My wife, she does not even know this. The reason as to why I have the pockets of my trousers teared up on the left side, it is because I was told not to wear an underwear when I go to church, so that when I am about to give the pastor the money, I am supposed to be holding my manhood and playing with my manhood as I am giving him the money. I do not know why. So I approached the pastor. He was standing with other elders as they were speaking. And when I was walking there, I greeted the pastor nicely. He greeted me back. Then suddenly, when I was about to start the ritual of playing with the manhood and whilst taking the money out of my pocket, I felt something. I felt a pressure in my stomach. I felt this strong pressure, like I just wanted to pee right there and then. Then I just removed myself from that group of men and I rushed to the toilet. I needed to go to the toilet immediately, even though I felt like I could hold it, but I was ashamed that I would urinate on myself, for it was too strong. I ran to the bathroom. When I got there, whilst I was peeing, this pee was not normal. It turned out to be diarrhea. When I was trying to push the pee, I felt that I could just poop on myself, so I rushed into another bathroom and then I sat on the toilet seat, and it was strong diarrhea, guys. I filled the whole toilet seat with a diarrhea. I stayed there for long, and when I came out and the pastor, he was already driving out of the premise, I even laughed at myself and I said, maybe it is the food that we ate. I did not think much about it. It was the next Sunday, went to church, the same thing, the same process, the same result. The moment that I tried to touch my manhood when I was speaking with the pastor, I felt so much pain, went to the bathroom, diarrhea came back. When I came out, the pastor is gone. It has been the same every Sunday since January. Every Sunday when I managed to go to church, same thing, same diarrhea, and this is not normal. This is something else, because during the week I am fine, no problem. I lift cement, I work, I am a bricklayer, I don't get any diarrhea, and I pee like normally. But the question is, why is it only happening when it is on a Sunday? Why can't I give the pastor money? What is stopping me? Is it the money itself? Is the ritual gone wrong? Is there something that is following me? I am scared because I was told by the old man that I have to give this pastor the money as quickly as possible, because if I fail to do that, my wife, if she finds out about this tokoloshi, something bad is going to happen to me. As for now, this tortoise, it tries to hide itself from my wife at all the times, but there will be a time when my wife is going to see that we have a tokoloshi that we stay with in our house. So I have tried and I do not know what else to do. There was a time when I even prepared properly. I said, I am going to eat bananas. I think that on our way to church, I ate almost 10 bananas. And I said, this one is going to stop the diarrhea. It is going to stop me from peeing. When we left home, my wife had made breakfast. I even avoided eating in the morning just to make sure no stomach issues. the services started, everything was fine until it was offering time. When I stood up, I started to feel as if there was something that was biting me in my stomach. And after church, I tried to approach the pastor. When I got to where he was, then the diarrhea was back again, and I rushed to the toilet. After that, the pastor was gone. So now I am thinking about going to his house, and then I go and I give him his money. It is just that it is going to be difficult to be playing with my manhood whilst I am giving him the money. When I am standing, it is a little bit easier to perform that ritual. For the healer told me that I am not supposed to hand him the money without performing the proper ritual. If I just do it, if I do it without performing the proper ritual, then I have to go back to Zim. Going back to Zim, it is going to be boring, Brother Nash. I don't want to go back to repeat this ritual again. So this is where I am right now. Maybe these money rituals, they are not meant for me. And I was talking with my friend, the one that I went with to that other Sangoma who ended up scamming us. And I told him what is happening. He was laughing at me on WhatsApp, even though I did not find it, and I do not find it to be funny. I was like, you are laughing at me, but if I make money, we are going to be enjoying this money together. I am afraid. I do not know what is going to happen. The question that has brought me here, that I keep on asking myself, why? Why can't I give this man money? Do you think that he is also a Satanist? Do you think that he's a man of God for real? What is blocking me? Is it the ritual, the tortoise, something spiritual? What if it gets worse? I'm scared. Please assist me, because I have to complete this ritual and then I go back to my country and just enjoy money. I called that Sangoma and they said to me, you have to do it. You have to do it. If you do not do it, then it means that this tortoise of yours won't be able to vomit money. You need to give that man the cursed money that I gave to you. What if my wife finds this money in our house and then she uses it, because I am supposed to hide it at all the times in a place where it is dark at all the times. So this is my problems, Brother Nashim, that I want to share with you so that it can also become your problem. Please just give me advice, any meaningful advice. I will take it. I do not mind those that judge me, because all of us, we are evil and we sin in different ways. Just that I have decided to do these rituals because I know that this is the only way that I can be able to manage a better life. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to us by our dear brother. It was a translation of a message that he sent to us. Let us speak with him in the comment section. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. I'll be back with another episode.